And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Chris Agus is our guest, 2.5 years in as the director of the Utica Public Library. And the Utica Public Library, Chris, you were telling me before the show, doing some hiring, yes?
Yeah, we are right now, we've posted for a full-time reference librarian in our reference department. And one of the things we're excited about is towards the end of this year, early next year, we have the opportunity to have a programming position open up. We have 2 long-standing employees of the library who are retiring, which we're not happy about. They've been constants and great staffs. They know probably the whole city of Utica between the 2 of them, but they're responsible for a lot of the programming and the work that gets done. We want to make sure that continues, so we're going to hire a new position to actually continue some of the programming we have done, such as our film series, but also we want to introduce some other stuff focused on Utica area history, Uticana as we call it.
Uticana, yeah. That brings back a lot of memories for me, Uticana. And the part of that Uticana, is it not, would be what you do with genealogy.
Sure. Yeah, some people I spoke with at the History Center dinner last week are excited about what we're looking to do too, which is take a look at our local history and genealogy collection. It's a room that's staffed mostly by volunteers. We'd love to have the capacity to open it more. We certainly are always interested in people who want to give of their time. We have a dedicated core group that helps, but we want to make sure that those questions they're constants. Every day we get an email question that has something related to genealogy and family history.
Yeah, that's up on the 2nd floor still?
Yep, 2nd floor. And we suspect, I mean, part of the reality of that room is that the resources we have are also valuable and historically significant. So we're probably not going to have any room like that always open to the public, just because we want to protect the resources.
The other rooms that the public doesn't get into often, I mean, you come in, you get a book, and you leave, I guess. But you've got what I call the music room.
Yeah, the music room where we stored the old. We still have card catalogs with the music collection in the card catalogs, but we had in there a large collection of circulating music, which we still have and loan out to symphonies. We got a question the other day. Somebody was looking for particular parts for a particular orchestral piece, and so. Obviously, I didn't do the full length of the work, but those questions come in, and we're able to meet that request from the public.
And the music room would be, let me see, that would be what? That would be the 2nd floor in the southwest corner?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And then next to that, you've got a pretty big room.
Yeah, our gallery space where we have at least one a month of new, unique art shows from people in the community. We also have, and this is one of the things, we have our regular film series there, October being the month of Halloween. We have 2 horror films that we're showing in the month of October, free to the public. One of the things we're going to have in there at the end of October that we're really excited about, again, I feel like we keep talking about that night of History Center dinner, but Monk Rowe often performs at the library. He will be doing with his trio all Beatles songs on Friday night, October 25th. The library is staying open after regular hours. We hope to pack the place. We've been promoting it a lot in the community. Oh,
Monk Rowe, yeah, he was just honored by United County History Center as a living legend, and I'll have to come up for that. That'll be nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
How many people can you put in there?
Oh, I think we can get 150 plus-ish. We actually have a wedding planner who's been in the last couple of days. We're going to host a wedding ceremony on New Year's Eve.
Oh, nice.
We're looking to do a little more creative use of our space. We want people to come in and use the library for traditional library things, but what we find is that because it's such a cool spot, people want to do other things in there too. So, our board and our finance committee and our development committee are looking at ways to see if we can develop different ways of making money for the library so that we can expand our programming and attract talent to work there.
Well, that's a nice room, though. I mean, I can see, I've been to functions there. I've been to concerts. I've been to book readings there. Yep. So it's a nice venue.
Yeah, it's a great space. This past summer, we hosted the statewide launch of the summer reading program throughout New York State. So the Commissioner of Education came, one of the members of the Board of Regents of New York State. You know, all of our local politicians.
Yeah.
It was a great event, and and people who hadn't been there, which included some of the people who showed up for that, just loved it. They thought
Yeah.
it was a great place to have it.
And downstairs, you've got a room. I don't think it gets used that much, does it, Chris? That little small room that there's no windows in it. Maybe that's why it doesn't get used a lot.
Yeah, the activity room we actually will have for small group meetings. One of the other things we're trying to do, we hired a new facilities person in the spring who's really kind of just taken the ball and run with it. And so we're identifying things, especially in the winter months when you're not mowing the lawn. Well, there's going to be snow removal. We'll be looking to improve some of the interior spaces, painting, wall cleaning, floor cleaning, that type of stuff.
And you moved the Children's Museum out of the basement up to the what used to be the reference room.
Yep.
And what is the children's room now? And that was a big success moving
Yeah,
upstairs.
Absolutely. It's really increased. We wanted it to, and we had a good feeling that it was going to increase the visibility of that programming, and it certainly did. One thing I should point out is that the last 3 years, the number of kids who have completed summer reading, which is essentially meeting all the marks for reading and completing reading assignments, such as they are, we've increased from about 60 to 70 to almost 80% this year. That happens because our children's staff really connects well with after-school programs, the Bowman House, daycare centers in the community throughout the year. And without their involvement, we wouldn't make sure these kids are successful in the summer.
But do you think part of it is because it's up on the main floor
Yeah,
now?
absolutely. Yeah, there's just the space itself. You know, I mean, and we opened last summer, and we've already had to replace some of the floor mats because the traffic is
Interesting.
The traffic is so great.
And what has become of the old children's room down in the basement?
The old children's room is still used for craft times. We've had some meetings down there, but it's great for kids to set up tables and do messy crafts so they don't mess up the new space. But it also gives them, you know, sometimes having a story time there is, if we can actually increase the amount of programs we have because we still have an additional space to use.
And the microfilm readers that were in the reference room, are they still in that back room?
They are still. We moved them into our public computer access room. So we've beefed up the technology around those. You can scan, you can print from them. We're trying to improve the quality of that resource.
In fact, we come back, let's talk a little bit about computers. Computers at the Utica Public Library are some of the only ways some people can get online.
Absolutely.
Chris Agus, our guest. Short break, right back.